Hello and welcome to Simple-ESL. Today we are going to find out if your English is at a level of A2. I'll explain what A2 means. We'll show real examples and you can test your skills and find out if it's the right level for you and the right playlist for you. So without further ado, let's begin the lesson. Now we'll look at A2 and what A2 learners can do, and we'll test your vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension to see if A2 is your current level or if you're ready to move up to a B1 level. But first, we'll explain what CEFR and CFR levels are. This is the common European framework of reference, and it's used around the world to measure English ability. As you're learning languages and the levels go up, you start from beginner to advanced. A0 is complete beginner, C2 is an expert level. This system helps you and your teachers to know what you can understand, what you can do in English, and how to best plan out your lessons. A2, what does this mean? You've moved on from being a total beginner at A0 and you have got more ability than an A1 learner. A2 learners can communicate in simple tasks, so shopping, travel, work. Uh, I like shopping. I work at a school. These are the sort of things you can talk about. You should be able to describe your background and routine. You can ask and answer questions about familiar topics and understand slow, clear speech. Let's see some examples and let's do some learning tests. So here's our first examples. What time does the train leave? I'm going to the supermarket. I don't like coffee, but I like tea. My sister works in a hospital. Can I have a glass of water, please? These are examples of the sort of conversations and things you should be able to understand. If they seem easy to you, that's a good sign. But let's start the test. We'll start with our first listening test. I want you to listen to the question and choose the best response. You can pause the video to think. Here's our first question. I'm looking for the bus stop. Can you help me? I'm looking for the bus stop. Can you help me? And our best answer there would be answer B. It's next to the bank. Where is the bus stop? It is next to the bank. Let's try question 2. Listen and pick the best answer. I usually eat lunch at 12:30. So when do I usually eat lunch? I usually eat lunch at 12:30. When do I eat lunch? At 12:30. Good job if you've got those correct. We're going to move on to our next questions. I'd like you to read this passage. You can pause and rewind if you need. Read the passage. And we're going to have the questions. Where does Sarah work? What time does she finish work? What does she do in the evening? So where does Sarah work? She works as a receptionist in a hotel. What time does she finish work? She finishes at 4:30. And what does she like to do in the evening? In the evenings, she cooks dinner and watches TV. This is something for you to practice to see if you can understand or if you're able to answer these questions. So complete these short conversations using real answers. Think about your own life and what you might say. Where do you work? Do you enjoy it? What time do you start? Where do you work? I work in a school. You could say, I am a student if you don't have a job. Do you enjoy it? Yes, I enjoy it. No, I don't enjoy it. What time do you start? I start at 9 a.m. Right. We want to find the problem, the mistake in these sentences. Sentence correction. Find the mistake and write the correct sentence. He go to work at 9. He go to work at 9? He goes to work at 9. I am go shopping later. I am go shopping later. I am going shopping later. Well done if you found that mistake. We have a couple more to do. She don't like fish. She don't like fish. She doesn't like fish. She doesn't like fish. Bit of sentence transformation here. I'd like you to rewrite the sentence using the word in the brackets. I like apples. Now I want to use not. I like apples. I do not. Or don't. I do not like apples. Let's try another one. She works at night. We want to change this to day. How can we use day? She works at day? No. She works during the day. We're talking about the day, we need to state when, during the day. They have 2 cats. Can we change this to dog? And how do we do this? They have 2 dogs. Must not forget the plural using S. They have 2 dogs. Another writing exercise, or an exercise where you need to think about your own answers. Write 2 to 3 sentences about your daily routine. Here are some examples. I wake up at 7. I take the bus to work. I have lunch with my colleagues. If you find answering these questions very easy, that's a great sign. You're most probably ready for B1 level. And talking of this, how did you do? If you got 0 to 3 correct, good work. Maybe it's time to review the A1 playlist and brush up on those fundamentals. 4 to 7, you're doing really well and are at an A2 level. You could even be ready to start trying some of the B1 level or possibly the B1 test. And if you have 8 or more, definitely ready to try that B1 test. You might be at that B1 level and you can try that playlist. So here are the takeaways. What are you going to do next? You can try the B1 level test. You can watch our A2 lessons, especially around grammar, and subscribe for weekly ESL practice on our channel, and go to our Patreon page where you will find a free quiz worksheet for this lesson, and you can subscribe for more lessons and worksheets on our Patreon page. But for now, I am going to say thank you very much for joining us for this lesson, for this test. Hopefully you found it useful, and we'll see you in the B1 test. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.